we ready?
Yeah.
All right, this is Danny after Ebbsfleet 1, Cambridge United 3. Your first defeat in pre-season, took an early lead through Dominic Samuel, ended up losing 3-1 with 2 second-half goals. Did it go the way you expected today?
It's a hard one to tell. Listen, they put a strong side out today. It was, like we said previously, it's why you play against sides like this. You can really paper over cracks if you keep playing against teams from lower levels or younger teams, and we need to be tested, we need to be challenged, and I think we just said in there, we've learnt more today than we've learnt in any of our other games, because they were, especially first half, I thought they were very good first half, and we struggled to deal with them. I thought second half, just before we go on second half, I mean the timing of the second goal, their first goal, is horrendous. We've spoke about that in pre-season. It's a bugbear of mine conceding then. I know it's a pre-season friendly, but good habits.
It was the last minute, just going into the break, wasn't it?
Literally, we kicked off again, and it's half time, and it's frustrating. But do you know what?
It was a horrible goal as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not one I'm looking forward to reanalysing when we actually look back on the game. But then, like, we come out second half, and again I thought we started slow. And it wasn't really until they scored the second that we actually got ourselves in the game, got a foothold of what we wanted to do, and play and be us, and play the way we want to play. And it suddenly become a good game. I mean, the third goal was unreal. I mean, I think there's about 9 deflections before it breaks out and they switch the play. And these things happen sometimes. But the second half, probably last 30, 35 minutes, I thought we looked a bit more like ourselves, but very disappointed in the first half.
It had a feeling of more like a National League game because of the quality of the opposition. It was more of an even balanced contest than what you've had in pre-season against teams from lower divisions.
Yeah, I mean, I'd argue the level's probably gone up from that. I mean, they're a League One side. They're about to take on Stockport in the Carabao Cup, and they're in a different position than what we probably are in a minute with minutes and whatnot. So we knew it was going to be a really tough. That you draw. If this was an FA Cup game and a National League side drew a League One side, we know who's going into the game as favourites. I don't think there's any argument about that. I think we wanted to play this level of opposition. That's why we're playing Crawley for our last game. We want to be exposed to what's things we need to work on the training pitch. I think, as I said, the disappointment for me was that I don't think we gave a good enough account of ourselves and what we're about in the first half.
No trialists today. Does that mean you're overlooking at possible additions to the squad, or it's just that for now there's no more to add to the position? No,
look, I think there was 8 or 9 of those lads we needed to get 90s today, and there's pointless having people on the bench for the sake of having people on the bench. So we had a strong bench today if needed, and we made the 3 changes that we wanted to make, and there's nothing more to read into it other than that for us. I think we're pretty much done, to be honest. We need to really nail down now, work on this group of players, make sure that they're doing what we need to do. The boys that come on did well, and that they helped improve the standards of the second half, and that's not taking anything away from the lads they come on for. It was hard work. They were a good side. I was impressed with them.
Just looking at the players you do have, Nathan Nodocaniero picked up an injury at Tunbridge. How's he coming along after a couple of days to analyse him?
No, he's not good. It's another bad tackle and not a great outcome, to be fair. You'd have seen him walking around with a boot on and on crutches. He's got 6 or 7 different injuries to that ankle that need to be managed, so he's not going to be back for a while, I don't think.
So Nathan's going to be missing. Obviously Rakesh is recovering from an injury earlier in the pre-season. There's 2 forwards missing. Is there a temptation to look at maybe somebody coming in to supplement the strike force?
If it's the right one, maybe. It's a twist or stick situation, isn't it? Because Rax is obviously going to be back quicker than what we thought he was. Can we get by until then? I don't know. That's a discussion that we have to keep having, to be fair. And we have said if there's someone becomes available, whether it's a short-term loan or something that can come in and supplement that for a while, then we would look at it. I think we'd be silly not to. But we're not going to, like I've said to you loads of times, we're not going to panic. We've still got 3 very good forwards fit and available at the minute.
One of them being Dominic Samuel, scored again today. I mean, he's had a wonderful pre-season, but you must look at him and Dominic Polin, for instance, and think, I've got to keep them wrapped up in cotton wool. We don't want anything happening to any more forwards.
It's a tough one, because obviously you have to be careful, because if you don't give them the exposure that they need, you decondition them. And then when you do need them, they're going to be more risk of injury. And I think that it's, you have to take on the chin the fact that during pre-season, during any part of the season, you're going to pick up injuries in training, let alone in pre-season friendlies. So we have to take that on the chin, and we just have to work with them. And obviously, you just, as you said, every manager I think will be the same. You just hope and pray that your informed players stay fit.
Mm. So you go on now to a game at Welling on Tuesday. They're back here for that game against Crawley next week, which will be the climax of the pre-season campaign. By then, you must start having one thought on Gateshead, which is just around the corner. But Tuesday night, Welling, they've recruited well in the close season. They look as though they're going to be challenging in the National League South next season.
100%, and I know Rod well. He does it. His recruitment is very good. He sets up good too. If you look at what he did when he went in at Welling last year, I mean, everyone had written him off, and pretty much similar.
Like you, yeah.
It's a bit of a similar situation to ourselves, to be fair here. And I mean, he revolutionised the team, and I think that you can see that with his recruitment this year. You can tell what he wants to do this season. So it's why we took the friendly. We know it's going to be a really tough game for us on Tuesday night, and we want that. And I think that when you look at what we've been exposed to today, that's the level, that's the standards, and it's a good message to the boys in there. Sometimes we can get a little bit above our station, as I mean, fans do it, players do it, even management teams do it sometimes. Get a little bit above their station of where they realistically are, and you need a little grounding, someone just to come along and say, well, hold on a minute, still a bit of work to do. We knew that anyway, but I think it was good to see today that actually, you know what, everyone can see that let's just settle down. We need to make sure we're focusing on the bits we need to focus on. And as I said, we'll hopefully be better than that come the 10th of August.
So even in defeat, it gives you another message to put across to the players, and it reinforces what you're working towards.
I've literally just said that to them in there. It's like everyone's got these mopey faces on. Yeah, no, it was a poor performance today by our standards, and we agree with that. That's not we don't dispute that, and I'm not going to come here and pretend and try and gloss it up in any other way. But that's what pre-season's about. You're about exposing yourself to different experiences that challenge you in different ways. And I said this, and I've maintained this from day one. We've specifically picked teams in pre-season that will play a 3-5-2 against us and will want to dominate the ball. Because we're going to play against teams in the National League this year that play 3-5-2 and going to want to dominate the ball. We've played against teams that play 4-3-3 and want to go longer. We're trying to balance off what we're looking to do and experience, so that there's no shocks come the season. And as I said, I thought they were very good first half. They were good second half, but I think we had a better grip on the game second half. Ironically, there's the half we conceded the 2 goals, but we'll look at those as well.
Well, good luck on Tuesday, and we look forward to seeing you back here next weekend.
No, brilliant. Top man. Cheers, Chaz. Thank you.